This is Redemption, a live play podcast set in the Star Wars Edge of the Empire role-playing game system.
Let's get clear here.
I'm gonna while you're doing that, I'm gonna turn on like radio chatter to hear if this is everywhere or if this is predominantly in this area. Is there a blockade? Like I'm just trying to get any.
I'll run a scan.
All right. Roll a computer average check. Both of you roll computer 2 difficulty.
Killed it.
No problem.
Okay, so
Lots of successes.
Yep. On the radio, you hear all sorts of, "Oh my God, we're getting killed! Oh my God, they're shooting us! What do we do?"
How many ships are we picking up on scan?
Planet-wide invasion.
Blockade? Question mark?
No blockade.
Oh.
They're intent on
Is this just
controlling.
Open? Is this just open space in this area, or? Well,
If I remember right, A1 just picked
you guys are
the
on
closest point to drop out that had.
Well, Randon.
Okay.
Randon, it's on the border of
Randon,
hut space and what is now a little bit of separatist space.
Okay, so basically nobody's going to care.
Pretty much.
It's right there. So it's not wide open, so somebody will care. Possibly the separatists will come to try to save them to get more favor, but
That's
you
if they don't
don't know.
suck at being a group.
So yes, you guys can escape if you'd like. You know the planet's basically being taken over by giant
Do we have anything clear, guys? Anywhere we can go?
turtles.
I don't see anything. Looks like it's planet wide. Karrell?
That's what I'm seeing.
All right.
No blockade though, as what I can tell.
We're gonna have to get off this rock. She's gonna have to just come with us.
Do
We
they
can't
have-
stop
do they
and
have a
drop her
moon or
off.
anything here, like
At least one that has something.
or
on
any
it,
other
yeah.
stations in this
Hold
system?
on. It is a system. There are other
There's a couple moons or
rocks.
something.
Yeah.
A1, keep a watch on the proximity sensors, please.
You could find another. I mean, there's nothing that's habitable if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Leaving my station for a minute. Since the sky seems to be clear, I'll drop back down in engineering and run up to where our new passenger is, and just kind of brief her on the situation. And she's still there, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, she's
Kaio, go
trying to
tend
nurse her
go tend
wound
to
a little
wounds.
bit. She doesn't look very
I'll call you
happy.
back if we need somebody in the gunnery
It
bag.
looks like
Can
we're
do.
clear for a minute. The world has been invaded. There's at least several dozen of those ships. We need to go.
So I'm not really going to get in the conversation. I'm just kind of coming down and doing my medical thing. Don't worry, I'm a medic. I know what I'm doing.
Okay. Are you gonna do a medical check on her? Average.
Is there anyone Randon is allied with that we can let them know, or can we drop you off somewhere? I mean, she's got to be freaking out. I mean, she's probably just a low level nothing.
She's just a security officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 advantages.
There's a precedent here, I think. I'm trying
I've
to
cured
remember.
your rickets.
No, I
didn't know I had
I
rickets.
don't like help,
You don't-
help
yeah.
at all, but I do get like some
She-
basic stuff.
she's got-
He said she had been doing like first aid on herself when he walked in. She probably did it already, and you
Stabilized
just couldn't-
herself.
Yeah.
so
you
I just assist in that.
Yeah, she's got a broken leg. It looks like something fell on it, like part of a cart, and looks like she was pulling herself out from underneath it when you guys came up. And if you hadn't, she'd gotten ripped in half, possibly.
All right,
So there's that.
There's that, right? So yeah, I'm assisting with what she has. I'm not doing anything good. And I just hit her with a step back. And she gets like +2 more health than she would normally get from a stim pack.
She's healthier than she's ever been in her entire life.
Pretty much. From a stim pack.
So it looks like a planetary invasion. Do you have somebody you can contact? Is there another world we can let know? Do you have family somewhere we can drop you off?
I was born and raised here. I don't know. Maybe we could go to the nearest system and they could help us.
Pull up my data pad. What's the nearest system?
Dysum. Deysum.
I believe they're
I might
really
be saying
good at
that wrong.
vacuums.
I have a fan from that system. It does a great exhaust work. No.
Walk, 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 walk.
You know, they
walk,
built those on the old BB-8 models. Oh, wait, those are future BB-8 models.
Future BB-8 models. Get over it.
Anybody want to make a check on Dicem?
That would
think that would
be
be-
Outer Rim.
Outer Rim? Yep, because it's not a core world.
I mean, I'll do it while I'm sitting there. I'm right
Yeah, we're talking about it. I got one success. I know it's a planet.
I, too, got one success.
You know that the surface is a barren wasteland. You know that it was overmined and all the minerals have been depleted. There are overcrowded cities there. Very much a what do you call it?
Bad place to be.
Social classes are very extreme here. You've got the wealthy that live in their nice luxurious domes, and then you've got the rest.
Do you know anyone in Dicem?
And in Dicem, most people carry a weapon to protect themselves because, well, nobody really cares about the planet because there's nothing useful there. So the Republic doesn't give them a lot of attention, and the Separatists probably don't care because
They have
Now,
nothing to
you
give.
said that
nothing to
the
give.
planet we're currently looking at that's being invaded is on hut space in the Outer Rim.
no,
So
the planet you're
near Separatist space.
the planet you're currently on, Randon, is in Separatist space.
Okay.
It's not far from hut space, but it is technically a Separatist planet. They have pulled away. Dicem is contested right now. Some people say they're Separatists. Some people still are with the Republic.
But it's hut space,
Nope,
nonetheless.
it's not in hut space. It's
just
right on the border.
Do I think probably then the Republic wouldn't care?
Not about Randon. The
Yeah.
Separatists might, which you can get Separatists.
Oh, I know. That's exactly what I'm afraid I know.
You can go right to Rusan.
Yes,
and,
that's what I'm dude, choir, preaching to.
or you could go back to Trandosha, because you've got Separatists there too.
No.
Or you could just...
Oh. So I just kind of look at her and say, just stay here. We'll let you know what happens here in a few minutes. We're still flying out of the system. And
Okay.
I head up to the bridge.
Thank you.
Kaio, come on up here.
I think he wants you to go with him. Her.
I'm going with her, yeah.
Okay.
What's the situation?
Not good, really. Medically, yeah.
I mean, she pretty much stopped her own, bad injuries. I mean, I'll have to work on it as we go, but she's all set. It's a broken leg. Looks like something fell on it.
Okay.
She's all set right now. Again, I'll have to work on her.
She's a low-level guards person for the planet, born and raised on there.
So she's got nowhere else to go.
She's got nowhere else to go. Nobody cares about this planet
For the most part, yeah.
unless the Separatists are alerted, which we...
So what does she want to do?
She has no idea. She's scared and alone. We do know somebody that could let the
They're
Separatists
a
know and
sub-faction
might
of the
help,
Separatists.
but that means going to Rusan.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean we have to go to Rusan. We could message him on Rusan.
Do we want to keep her on the ship forever?
Well, no.
If we take her to Rusan,
Okay,
then
I-
she could...
This is going to sound a little bit cold, but there is nothing we can do for that planet.
No, I agree.
No, other than let the Separatists know, because it's a Separatist planet. That's it.
Agreed. Yes. That's what I'm saying, is we could let the Separatists know. And the best... Our contact with the Separatists is on Rusan.
Make that happen and figure out where if she needs to stay with us for the meantime, that's fine, but we can drop her off at a populated planet if we need to.
The nearest populated planets are not good.
No, not really.
I mean, they're
I didn't say we had to do it right now.
Right, you mean put an airlock, hit the escape pod.
Basically, her choices are go back to the planet that we just left, or we are leaving, to drop her off in this war zone, or to leave her with Separatists if we can. Maybe we can meet a boat or meet a ship and leave her with the Separatists.
I do a quick calculation. How far are we from Rusan?
Same sector, 10 hours.
10 hours, okay.
Those are the options she's got. And to be perfectly honest, I am not turning around to put her back on that planet.
But no,
No.
I'd stop you. But I know you're
You
not.
wouldn't
so
have
it
to
doesn't
because
matter.
I'm not going to.
No, I got it.
I
You're
don't.
right.
I think that's completely off the table, and we all agree on that.
Okay.
But what to do with her, and I guess maybe I'm being a little obtuse about it. why don't we take her to Rusan? We can drop her off there. It's a safe place. We know somebody there, and who can let the Separatists know that that planet is being attacked.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea. I don't want to be close to crazy Wikipedia lady, but I mean...
So, in interest of maybe shortening this time frame, why can't we send a communication out to the Separatists on Broad Channel and just let them know, or arrange to meet somewhere halfway? Why do we have to take her to Rusan?
It's actually one of the closest systems. It's still within the area.
Well, you've done the research. I haven't.
If we Broadwave it, then what were they called?
The Yinchorri.
The Yinchorri are just going to know that somebody sent for help. If we get out of the system, we can call for help.
All right, key in some coordinates for Rusan, or at least
A1.
Let's
can you get us
before we just go drop this girl in her lab? Maybe we should get in contact with him first.
Right, I'll get a hold of him. I'll call him.
Okay. A1, can you prep the coordinates?
You turn around and A1's got like a little satchel in his. And he drops it and kind of puts his head down and limps over to the Astro computer.
And while we're going, do you mind fixing A1?
That's kind of the plan.
Right, right.
We need to get moving first.
You see that, A1? We didn't forget you.
Yay.
It's just
All right, so I'm Kaio drops into his little pod because it's his home, and he's like, he does a direct dial to the senator from Rusan.
And then he looks.
Just as a player note, the gunnery pod literally only has controls for the guns.
That's not true.
No, that's 100% true.
I'm gonna fix that then later.
You have no systems control from the gunnery pod.
I'm gonna soon.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
He's gonna be able to flash the headlights.
You can do that from the comm panel to Tazi's left.
I'm gonna add a lot to my gun pod.
No, you're not.
I am. Why are you gonna stop me?
So A1,
What he's
You
going to
can
add to the
try.
pod, what he's going to add to the gunnery
There's-
pod is a small cardboard box with other little cardboard boxes on it that he pushes, and they just collapse under his finger.
So all I want is the ability to make a comm call. I don't actually want anything to do with the ship other than that. Like, I'm not adding like another panel to actually do piloting things.
yeah, but the gunnery pod literally is big enough for you to sit in and fire the guns. That's it.
He's just going to run us a couple extra wires from the cockpit down to a little
Yeah,
walkie-talkie.
and that gunnery pod thing is gonna shut, and then the wires get severed, and then it's
That's not
pointless.
our problem. That's a design flaw that he will have to deal with.
But then we have exposed wiring on the ship.
A1's just watching.
We're not having this.
Anyway,
is character.
whatever.
No,
then
this
I'll walk
isn't in
over
character. This is
Play-
player.
Kaio walks-
Players around.
Okay.
I know your gunnery pod is your home, and you can hang out in the gunnery pod, but just keep in mind that the gunnery pod is about the size of, like, from that leaf to here, with a seat and a gun control, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. I stand next to you and turn on the comm, and I call the guy.
Do you put it on video too?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Really? You're getting hurt over this?
Yeah.
How big did you think the gunnery pod was?
I feel as though
Like,
that's
what's the
enough
size of
room
this
to have a
living room?
comm button. But no, it's not. It's good. No, it's fine.
I actually picture. I mean, based on the Millennium Falcons, for example, I figure it's probably
Yeah,
an
headsets.
So it's an 8x8x8 cube with a big honking rotating chair in the middle. So you're not going to have much room, but he could put things on the wall. No,
It's fine. It's fine.
Stuff.
He's got a little kitten poster.
Yeah, he's got to hang in there posters.
I'll just make a call from the
Why don't you make the call from the cockpit? Okay.
did.
Why don't they answer?
damn senators.
Oh, okay. You get Rafe. That's who you're trying to call. Okay.
He answers his own phone.
Yeah. Backwater senator. It's not a big deal.
So, you see a video of him pop up. Can I help you?
Right. So, hi. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Hey. So
And you?
I'm fine. What was the planet we were just on?
Randon.
Right. You know Randon, right? It's pretty close to you, ish.
Yes.
You do know that Yinchorri are currently invading that planet, right?
Yes, we've had reports of an attack.
Yeah, it's
Didn't
not
know
an
it was them.
attack. It's just outright invasion. I mean, lots of dead.
Tazi leans, like, kind of into Kaio's side. Full-on invasion.
Yeah, 100%.
Great.
You wouldn't happen to have any ships on the way here, would you?
No. Not on the way.
Not ever going to be on the way, or just not on the way now?
We're looking into that.
Tazi leans back into the hollow frame. Any ships nearby?
Not mine.
Like
There
not
are other-
Rusan mine, or not
Correct.
Separatist mine?
Not Rusan.
We
I
have-
don't
we
know
have a
what
cer-
you mean by the separatists.
Right, sorry. Not Rusan yours.
Correct.
Right.
The best thing we can do right now is gather intel.
There's a lot of them.
Karrell leans into the
me
hollow all of a
rephrase
sudden
it.
from the other direction. Well, we have a good source of information for you. It's your lucky day.
See, look.
Very-
Luck is on your side.
Very well.
Where
Are
could we
you-
bring you this source of information?
Luck actually is a lady.
Literally.
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 Where are you now?
We are currently
We're kind
moving
of
very quickly away from Randon.
We are currently in Atmo of Randon.
Well, no, we're past orbit. We're leaving in a very rapid manner.
Yes. Right.
Randon is definitely to our rear.
I believe it is eating our proverbial stellar dust.
And where are you headed?
Well, that is a great question. Hence the call to you.
If you had a ship within range we could drop her off at and give you this information, we would do so. Otherwise, we might be possibly going near Rusan.
I am on Rusan.
Hence why we got a hold of you or calling your number.
Yes. Why don't you come here?
Right.
Karrell gives Tazi kind of a, should I say okay look?
1 second.
No, what I picture is...
That wasn't the mute button. You just hung up on him.
Dial him back.
Quick. Is that okay? Are we going to go? All right.
All right.
I was just going to lean out of the frame and mute him.
It pops back up. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Hit the wrong button.
It's all right.
It's all right.
I lean back in. We're on our way.
Thank you.
No problemo.
I will see you shortly.
And then I hang up.
You just mute it.
I know what the buttons do.
So am I.
You can't even fix a broken leg.
Can't you read Arabesh?
Yes.
The buttons are clearly marked.
Right. I see that. That's good to know. Anyway, Kao's like, shrugs and goes back to the girl to work on medical stuff for her.
A1, have you plotted the course yet?
No, I didn't know where to go.
Rusan.
And am I supposed to do this, or is this somebody else's job? I don't want to make anybody mad.
Tee hee hee.
Oh, A1.
Wow. Yes.
Shouldn't that be my tee actually?
Yes, he plots of courses.
Do you have the course?
Where'd you leave it?
A1 just plotted it. Weren't you paying attention?
Yes, it's keyed in.
Okay, A1, let's go do the work that you need done.
All right, so
Tazi hits a couple buttons and pushes the throttle lever up, and
I stop. My
the
little gun
star
pod.
field extends and stretches in front of the cockpit as we enter hyperspace.
we went straight to ludicrous speed.
I'll stop by your little gun pod.
We call that Luda speed.
Look down. It's like, can you let our guests know we're going to Rusan? Where you're not in your little pod. What the hell? Whatever. So I'm
Can
gonna
you
get-
shut the Tazi turns and sees that
It's
Karrell walked out and left the pod hatch open. So Tazi stands up and goes and shuts the pod hatch and goes back to his seat. It wouldn't have been the first time he fell into the pod because someone left the door open.
because someone was drunk.
Didn't even realize the pod had a door.
It's got a hatch.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it had a hatch. Why would you ever use it? I gotta climb in and out easy.
Popped out of the
I don't
hatch
know.
before.
I gotta. I mean, I usually just assume it's open.
He specifically said, "I open the hatch and say
usually
blah blah
is.
blah blah blah."
It usually is when you're in it.
Wait, let me rephrase that. You open the hatch and say blah 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 blah.
That was a British accent, blah. Anyway, so
Similar to a Transylvanian blah blah.
blah.
I'm gonna go operate on A1.
Okay.
I completely and utterly masterfully take care of medical stuff for her when there's no one around to know that I can do it correctly.
Can you describe the procedure in detail?
Yeah, so basically she had a broken leg. So what I did was I ended up it had a kind of makeshift splint. So I took that apart and then I have a big medical kit on the ship right now. So I set that and lock it into place using high-fluting technology because that's what we got. And then I do
The Hyperfluten are a very advanced race.
Yeah, we go to Hyperfluta all the time.
Yeah, and then I basically
It's a new plan.
put a couple of stim packs to keep the health up. Also give her a couple sedatives because obviously
health up,
she's
But it's important that those bacta kits are Hyperfluten free.
right.
Well, yeah.
Because you can have a Hyperfluten allergy.
Well, and then you get the
Or-
Hyperflu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Flu?
I also then give her a couple sedatives because she is obviously really really upset.
Yep.
And then I talked to her. It's like
You roofie her?
That's what I heard.
That's your
why
crew.
don't you just pilot damn shit?
Oh, I'm piloting.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
piloting this
No,
thing like
yep,
a mother.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm taking care of a patient, so you just do that. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
And so basically, I'm going to talk to her so I can explain what we're doing. I explain all right. So we're going to Rusan. It's the nearest separatist planet that we have a association with. We're going to
It's the nearest what?
planet with people on it
Oh.
that are willing to not murder.
Well, thank you.
No, yeah, no problem. I did give you a couple of sedatives, give you a little bit to relax. If you need anything, let me know. You can use this comm. I point to the comm. If you need anything, let me know. Here's a blanket.
Thank you.
I have blankets. It's a med kit.
Smallpox much?
I'm not. If I were doing that, I'd have to have a Spanish accent. That's
Here, have
right.
this comfy chair. Oh, I have a med kit.
Okay. Thank you very
I
much.
said, have a seat in the chair. Get a blanket. You laughed at my blanket like it's a med kit. It has a blanket. It's an emergency med kit.
Are they going to help us on Rusan?
Emergency bed kit or emergency med kit?
Both.
Why not both?
Anyway,
These sheets are 300 count.
I like to make sure my people are taken care of. No, I believe so. Yeah, I hope so.
Do you know people there?
We know a senator.
A senator?
Yep.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. Not a big deal, I guess.
Is he a nice guy?
He seems to be a very nice guy. He does, specifically. Yeah.
I think I saw a movie that started like this.
I'm going to walk away now.
Soft jizz music starts playing in the kitchen and
And I
lounge.
still leave.
I'm operating on A1.
Okay.
When he leaves the lounge in the kitchen area, you see a camera quick cuts to Tazi as he turns off the soft jizz music from the cockpit and goes, tee.
All right. Make a... It's going to be a mechanics check. Just make it average. It shouldn't be too crazy difficult.
I got 4 advantages and 2 successes.
Okay. You take out the extra parts that aren't supposed to be there. Put in the new ones.
I'm gonna fix his foot while I'm at it too.
Yep.
Which, yeah, no, actually I don't, because that's a failure, which negates the success. That I have a triumph.
What,
with no successes.
So instead of legs, he now has repulsor lifts.
Just one.
Just one.
Just one.
It's fine. You put everything back together. It's fine. You put the little scanner thing in.
And I'm going to install the vocoder now too.
Okay.
Which is an upgrade.
Upgrade.
An oops grade.
Upgrade complete.
Ooh.
Yeah. Upgrade complete.
Yeah, that's 5.
You
4
attach.
5 successes and a threat.
You attach a little box to the front of him that's got a little speaker on it.
Now, what is his voice, Chris?
I'll have to think of one.
There's
of
a randomizer actually.
a randomizer. Great.
Every
Thanks.
day it comes up different.
I'll come up with a good voice for him later.
Yeah.
You had to power him down to do all this.
Yep.
So you got to power him back up. And
Trying to think if I need to do anything else. No, I think that's good.
you want to check for anything else while you're in there?
Run a low level diagnostic. Another system. No. I'm going to have trust.
Okay.
Yeah.
I power him back on.
Okay. He's in repair mode, so it's going to take him a little while.
Beep boop.
'Cause he's got to reset and do all that neat stuff.
And I'm uploading like language files and everything so he can, use the vocoder and all that kind of stuff.
Over the comm, Tazi's going to hit up Karrell. Karrell, can you take a look at the system's diagnostics? We took a couple hits in that fight.
As soon as I get done with A1, yes.
Thank you.
You're done. You can take a look.
Okay, I go to go take a look at the ship then.
All right.
Same sort of roll.
Yeah.
I have tools. I got 1 success, and I deal +3 hull and +1 strain, but I don't know what the base number is.
Do you want to repair yourselves? Because some of you got hit.
I took a nice big one.
Wow. That's a great description.
I took a big hit in that fight. He laid into me quite thoroughly, like passing through some of my padded armor, and I've probably covered in some burn marks and a little blood. I'm down to 5.
I walk behind him and I inject him with Stimpack.
I don't remember what a Stimpack gives you.
Everything for him.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah, it'll fill me back up.
Oh, there you go.
I do a lot of health regen when I give Stimpaks.
You could maybe pass me. You could maybe hit me up with that, and at the same time, like pass me a golden drink. That's like like a here you go, buddy.
That's exactly what I do.
All right.
Got a sifter in one hand, Stimpak in the other. Like the doctor is in.
I'll have one of each.
Can do. So I hand him his gold drink first, let him down it, pour him another one.
Slam.
Pour him another one, and then inject him with the Stimpak, and then do a quick tertiary med check on him. A lot of successes and advantages.
Other than the burns, I'm okay. The Stimpack.
Got you feeling right.
The Stimpak's got Tazi feeling pretty good.
All right. So yeah.
When he moves his left arm, you hear like a definitive like crinkle noise, like, and like what appears to be maybe like charred, what would maybe look like skin or fabric. You can't really tell.
Right.
Like kind of dusts off onto the ground.
Now I can do a quick back to little pack, like a burn back to basically, and kind of put it on the arm and pat him on the head.
These burns, man, I'm getting used to these burns.
Yeah, I mean, I believe this is the second time I've had to do this to you.
Every time we get in a fight, I get burned.
I don't get it.
Every time.
I really don't understand. You really got to get something that's not just fabric.
I do.
It's bad. It's really bad.
I just gotta get better at ducking.
Or that too, I guess. But I mean, in reality, just having something that will not melt to your flesh when you get shot will be great.
So anything else you guys want to do on the trip there? Anything you want to discuss?
I'm figuring out a way that I can. I'm gonna med some more. What's that?
Anything you want to discuss?
I mean, first I'm gonna do some. Well, I'm gonna talk to Karrell in a second. But first I want to med a way to get my truth serum into basically a Stimpack like injector, so that I can use that later.
Okay.
That as a
medicine check. Make it hard.
okay. Nope. Success. 2 successes and no. Yes, 2 successes and 2 advantages.
Fair enough. You have a hyper spray full of truth serum.
Awesome. I put that in a separate portion from where the rest of the med pack medicines are.
Put it in your pocket.
I put it. Listen, guys. And then I go and try to find Karrell.
You find her in the engine room.
Is that where she's at?
So damage control. I have to basically make 2 damage control checks, one for the system strain, one for the hull trauma. So you walk in when I'm finishing this up, basically.
I lean against the door.
We weren't badly hurt, so the system strain one is really easy. Which, yeah.
Done.
4 systems.
We had 1 system strain, so that's
no big deal.
Good.
Now, hull trauma is a lot harder to do because we don't have the proper facilities. And actually, if we can't, this is like, I'm basically patching with baling wire.
That was that's what we have done before, is that we
Right.
basically had to just do patches until we could get to a facility.
Exactly. So,
Space Band-Aids.
I got nothing. I was able to fix nothing. If I would have gotten 1 success, my mechanics ability would have kicked in, but there's nothing I can fix. It's all exterior damage.
That's fine.
So we need a dock to fix that.
The ship is, considering the situations we've been in previously, the ship's in good shape.
Yeah. Karrell looks up to see Kaio just lurking in the door.
I'm not lurking. I'm leaning against the door. Like this.
Looming in the door.
I'm just leaning against
Yeah,
the door.
but nobody
like
can
this.
see you right now. So
Yeah, I
you're
know.
Looming.
I'm just leaning against the door with my hands above my head, behind my head, just just kind of lean in.
Yeah.
So, I'm not necessarily...
Did A1 wake up and totter off while I was repairing, or is he still doing his little diagnostics?
It's probably taking you about a half hour to do what you're doing.
Probably an hour, yeah.
Yeah, he's just sitting there,
Oh, yeah.
kind of rocking back and forth.
I've just been waiting for him to speak up before, when he finished his diagnostic run, so.
No, he's just watching.
Okay, well, it's like, I go over and I start, like, typing in commands to see, if he's awake and alive.
Right. So,
I'm
not
right.
a medical doctor, right? I'm a medic. But you did something down on the Trandosha planet.
Oh, watch this. Hang on. A1, try and use your vocorder.
Okay.
Look, isn't that good? He can
nice.
speak now.
Right. So,
But I put in extra voices.
oh, that's good.
So watch this. I reach over and I tweak it.
Dick. What do you want me to say now?
That's actually his normal voice.
Oh, okay. Oh,
But he has full control over it
Right.
once he gets it.
So,
how is the wheel working?
the whole jumping thing.
I can't jump with a wheel.
Good point.
I kind of answered both questions.
No, not you. Not you, A1.
Oh,
He's included in this conversation.
He is, that's fine.
How dare you minimize his impact in this conversation?
The conversation about me talking about you jumping like, un-Twi'lek-like.
You're not a medical doctor.
Close enough.
Twi'leks can jump very high.
Yeah, no,
In stressful situations, yes.
jumped-
There have been records of Twi'lek women lifting hover transports off their babies.
Something like that, right?
Yes.
But you jump more like a Jedi would jump.
Don't be silly.
Over the comms, you hear the soft snoring of Tazi having fallen asleep in his pilot seat with the comm channel open.
Right. So I mean, it's not like I'm not saying that you are a Jedi. I'm just saying that.
Well, that's important because I'm not.
Right. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I am saying.
The Jedi are very strict about their order.
Oh, I
I'm sure
know,
that
no.
they would not want somebody like me in their order.
They are very strict. In fact, I used to work with them a lot.
Oh. I didn't. So you knew the Jedi we just met on above Kashyyyk, right?
No.
Huh? Should we check to see if he swallowed his tongue or something?
No, he doesn't have one.
How is he making those snoring noises?
One more time.
epiglottis.
Right. So
got a dual-pronged epiglottis.
if you would like to tell me anything, that would be good. Because if you are not a Jedi, obviously no.
No.
But if you are,
You met the Jedi back on the other planet. He did not offer me the secret Jedi handshake. If there was one, which I'm not sure there is. But
I do remember whatever crazy Wookiee Poodoo Eye lady's name was.
Tassar.
Thank you, A1. I appreciate that.
Welcome.
That's weird. You can talk now. I like it though.
You asked for it.
I did. It's true. You did. She did say if you ever wanted to finish your training, to give her a ring.
No idea what that meant whatsoever.
You're now lying to me, and I don't quite appreciate it. You need to do a deception check.
Or
I will do it.
that's opposed by your...
Tenty-feely thing.
My tenty-feely thing.
Tenty feely.
What would be you're doing deception, it'd be against your perception, I would think.
Trace purples.
I have an advantage.
So I know you're lying, but you're not telling me
You're not quite
anything.
sure. I seem to be lying about a lot
Yes.
right now. You're not sure where the lie
You're
is.
lying about everything. My tenty-feelies are going off the charts of your lies.
That's true. Your paranoia would lend you to think that I'm lying about everything.
Yep. Now I think you're a Sith. But what have you done? Right. So,
Look, all right, between you and me, there are certain... Hang on, I want to see how this roll turns out. I have a great idea, but I don't want to have math f*** it up. Oh, math's going to f*** it up. Okay, this will work. There are certain performance-enhancing drugs that Twi'lek athletes take. It's perfectly normal.
You can make
it's complete bullshit.
Yeah, no, that's right. I get it. You don't want to talk about it right now. That's fine. But you don't.
It's not a problem. I mean, I'm perfect. It's perfectly under control.
You don't need to lie to me. I would like to help you.
What?
We're not transmitting either. It's just all receiving. I'm half tempted to like kick on a collision alarm just to see what. Should I turn on a collision alarm and see if he like wakes up?
That'd be kind of interesting, I suppose.
proximity alarm.
Yeah, that's a good one. A1. Yeah.
Hey, would you go record his face when it happens?
Credits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or wait, we could probably just turn on the
Big
The
camera.
video camera.
We turn on the vid.
Okay.
What is he drool? Should he be drooling out of that orifice?
Yeah, no, that's normal for the Duros. Yeah.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, proximity alarm on and off.
Go to sleep. Go to
Captain Tazi, did we almost hit something?
What? No. Let me check. Let me check my sensors. No, we're clear. I have no idea why that alarm went off.
There was a lot of rumblings and snortings from the ship right before it happened.
Tastes like bantha poodoo.
I'm not really know if I'm concerned with the fact that he knows what Bantha Pudu tastes like, or that his mouth tastes like.
Maybe
Bantha
it's
Pudu.
related to Wookie Poodoo Eye. You should go examine him.
I don't know where the sounds came from you're talking about.
Oh, we recorded them actually. So here, let me play them back for you.
Okay.
And I play back just the image of him drooling, but with all the sounds amplified 10 times back.
You turn on the stereo on the ship and it broadcasts it over the whole ship.
Kind of forgetting that we have a passenger also.
She's probably already been hearing it.
Good point.
Very criffing funny. Very.
You were transmitting all over the ship.
It wasn't my fault. And you have no idea where that voice is coming from.
Who the hell was that?
That would be A1.
What?
You know, A1, little rogue droid.
Quick computers check.
He's so excited.
I reach over, make 2 tweaks to A1's voice.
This is A1.
This is A1 speaking.
Actually, you need to do A1's voice.
Yeah,
now,
you.
Anything I can help you with, Captain? Oh. Very funny, you guys.
This is great. No, just keep it like that for sure.
Sorry.
This will not be.
A1.
This is not acceptable at all.
A1 has full control over his own voice. Sorry about that. I had to do it. It was funny. So he can change it to whatever he wants, and apparently he idolizes you.
She's lying.
When is she not?
I sleep sometimes.
When she's jumping.
I sleep. Are you?
Oh,
Can
yes.
I finish the work?
Speaking of jumping.
See? I'm not the only one that noticed the little faux pas.
We need to have a conversation about that.
I'm pointing
The jumping
you can't see
thing.
that.
Let me double check the systems here, and I'll come back to engineering.
Right. Good luck with that. He's crotchier than I am.
You like a couple minutes pass, and you hear a couple.
Do you leave or do you stay?
Oh, I stay.
You hear some clicks. You hear some
Krallet
clicks.
leaves.
You hear clicks, and then you hear.
Much better.
It was the second golden juice. Shouldn't have given the second golden juice.
Wasn't my fault.
Karrell actually left and walked up towards the front of the ship.
You know, we are going to hash this out inevitably, Karrell. You can't walk away from this. As far as I
The
understand,
door slams in the distance.
it is who you are.
No, the door slams in the distance. And then
We're on comms the entire place. You know, I can just follow you.
I went.
Walking to the front
I
of the
went
ship.
over
Where'd
there.
you go? Oh, okay.
Quarters.
Should go into the quarters area.
Let's just say the front of the ship. You could basically go in the refresher and the cockpit. That's
Right. Well,
So it's you and A1.
A1.
Yeah. Now what?
You know, that's a really great question. You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay. I do need to figure out if she's obviously lying about the whole not being a Jedi thing. Whatever they call that mystical mumbo jumbo part,
Using the force.
Right, that's it. Thanks, A1.
You're welcome.
You're super useful when you have a voice now. Not that you weren't useful before. Just, saying now it's easy to understand you. Right. So I'm going to go look up her name in the database. I'm sure they have one. Got to.
Who?
Jedi?
Yeah. Big one.
I assume they have a database. I assume at some point in time she may or may not have been in their sights as far as forcey power wowie stuff,
Sure.
I mean, you won't look with me.
Sure.
All right. Let's go look on the HoloNet.
All right. Do you want to do it, or you want me to do it?
I mean, do you want to do it?
Is it my job?
Nope.
Oh, nope.
Okay, I'll do it then.
Okay.
What is it?
27 difficulty. Because you're in hyperspace and you can't get the HoloNet.
Well, that's not going to work because I'm in hyperspace, apparently.
You can search local records.
Well,
She's not around here.
all you have to do is drop us out.
But we don't do that, remember. We don't stop
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
for no reason.
great.
Well, we have a reason.
Well, no, we're good. Let's get to Rusan and we can connect to Rusan.
Okay.
Right.
Good
Don't
thing.
A1 seems to remember.
Good thing I asked. Good thing I asked you if you wanted me to do it, or because I would have just done it.
Right, really glad that I did. So, just for future reference, why don't you run it by me when you think it would be a good idea to just randomly stop the ship before you stop the ship? Just so we can hash it out, decide if that's actually a good idea together.
Okay, before I randomly do it.
Before you decide that it's a good idea to do it without talking to anyone else. Which is nearly every time you've done it.
Okay.
Actually, it is every time you've done it. So, yeah.
Not every time.
Okay, anytime you think it's a great idea to do this and you've not told anyone you're going to do it, come talk to me. Let's see if it's a good idea. That way, nobody's like, why are you pulling us out of hyperspace? It's not exactly healthy for us, humanoid figures.
Okay.
Okay.
How does it hurt?
Mostly my pride.
Oh. Can't fix that.
Nope.
Can you fix that?
I wish.
Wow. Do you need a hug?
Yes. Yes, I do.
He rolls over and plunks his head into your stomach.
I pat him on the head. Thanks, A1. This has been good.
And a bigger, burlier droid will be approaching us, the ship, any moment now to demand 250 credits.
That seems to be the way this works.
Yeah.
This podcast is horseshit.
I'm
gonna go
sleeping
check on
it
the-
off.
The patient, I assume she's asleep.
Yeah.
Because I sedated her.
Yep.
I leave it.
She's asleep on the couch in the living room.
Great.
You did roofie her.
No.
No, he roofioed her.
Rufio. I go check on my other patient, Tazi, see that he's completely out. Is A1 with me? Is A1 following me? This is up to you because
You're looking at him, and a minute later, A1 rolls in with a bucket of water, looks at you, and just calmly turns around and rolls back out.
I just leave it. Maybe that's how Durosin take water. I don't know. I have to think it out. I gotta remember.
So a few minutes later, after Kaio has left the cockpit, Tazi stretches in his chair, wakes a bit, still kind of groggy, spins the chair around, takes a step, foot in bucket, and then, trying to get foot out of bucket, goes headfirst into the gunnery pod because someone left the door open. So
I am.
and also water pours into the gunnery pod.
Yep.
And judging by this result, we may need to have someone look at the systems in the pod. There's a bit of a buzzing and zapping from the systems around us. A bit of blue smoke. Right. Blue smoke being, the bad smoke. Blue smoke comes up out of the control pod, the controls for the chair. So until we can get this looked at, the chair, the turret doesn't rotate. Right. Locked into position. Right.
You hear tee tee tee.
Are we there yet?
Really? Trip.
Look, what else do you have? Drip. Water's running off of Tazi's bald head down onto the noddle in there. Bloop.
Not quite like home.
Bloop.
Not quite like home now.
Can you help me out of here? I'm a little stuck.
Just push him up, help him out. Just push his head. Just whoop, right out.
And from like inside the gun, when you're looking up out of the gunnery pod, you see me kind of roll away from the opening, and you see then a bucket fly through the air over the pod, like into the common area behind us.
Right. I climb out of the pod.
Water everywhere.
I shut the hatch. Not that it means anything now. Right. Well, I guess I'll get him up then.
There's a bucket.
Thanks. I go find a mop.
And I step into the refresher.
You're drying off. You're cleaning up.
Yep.
And Karrell is sleeping.
Probably for about an hour. She's just...
If you're still awake, do you want to make a perception check? We'll make it, let's say average.
A1.
That wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't me.
Yes. 3 successes, 2 threats.
You hear a clang and Tazi go, gah! And then a tee, tee. And then...
Bastard whistles.
So the scene kind of cuts back to Karrell, and she's in her quarters and just kind of pacing for about 5. It's a cut scene where it's a pace to the left, and then it cuts, obviously showing pacing back and forth over a period of time. And after the banging and the tee-hee, about 5 minutes later, she sits down, and underneath her bunk pulls out from what doesn't look like a drawer a small wooden box. And opening it reveals the hilt of a lightsaber. She just kind of looks at it for a long minute or two. You almost can hear that plaintive Star Wars, music in the background that Luke got every time he got like serious and staring off into the distance.
That one?
Yeah, that one. There we go. And then she just kind of shuts it back down and lays back on her bunk and just stares up at the ceiling. And after a couple seconds, the camera just cuts off.
So now you've got a gunnery bay that's not working. Somebody cleaning it up. Are you going to go ask somebody to fix it?
So a few minutes later, after this debacle and as the cleanup is going on, Tazi goes back to the comm panel, flips up the comms, open channel. Karrell to the gunnery pod. Karrell to the gunnery pod. The front gunnery pod, please.
She gets up, heads up to the front, sees Kaio there with a mop.
That looks surprisingly like his own head.
Speciesist.
So new hygiene rules. I'm kind of on board with this.
No,
will he be doing all the decks?
This is kind of A1's thing. Apparently, taking out the parts gave him a sense of humor. What he passes for a droid sense of humor.
Is A1 within sight?
So he must feel pretty comfortable with us at this point.
So he dumped water all over the ground?
No.
Are you mocking me again?
No.
Okay, so the droid has a sense of humor.
Long story short, he put a bucket in front of my chair. I stepped in the bucket, fell into the open gunnery pod. Tazi takes a sidelong look over at Kaio.
While that look happens, the camera cuts back to Karrell, who's trying very hard not to smile and failing horribly.
Thanks to A1's remarkable sense of humor.
And just then A1 rolls around the corner. What happened?
Judging by
Staring at each other.
Judging by your idea of a practical joke, I have assumed you've decided to stay.
Yes.
See if you can help Kaio clean up some of this mess. Karrell, if you can look at the mechanics in the pod, the water seems to have damaged some of the movement circuits.
A1 rolls up and he spins around and behind. He pulls a blow dryer out and just starts blow drying you.
That's a new attachment.
He's holding it in one of his hands.
I really need to do a full scan and find out what else is in there.
Or he's holding it in one of his little robotic hands.
I'm just staring at him.
As if he came prepared with the blow dryer. Like it was behind him the whole time, and then he turned around and there it is.
Yeah, like he rolled up with it, trying to what happened? Trying to look innocent. If he could smile, he would have had that 2-year-old little I didn't do it look on his face, but he can't.
Plus, Kaio knows he left the bucket of water there.
Sure did. I just keep mopping. You have like a vacuum attachment on yourself or something? You back up all this.
Not that kind of droid.
Tazi comes
I'll
out.
never stick up for you again.
Tazi goes back in the refresher to grab a towel and it's like kind
Buffing his head.
of buffing his head.
All right, you're gonna fix the.
I'm waiting until all the water gets mopped up first.
Oh,
Yeah, it's about
pretty much mopped. There's not that.
Come on.
Then I wait for the bucket of mopped water to go away.
I poured it down the refresher drain.
Okay. I'll take a look at the mechanics then.
I don't know where he got the water in the first place.
Right?
I don't know where he got the water in the first place.
There's another bathroom over there.
I know, but how did it...
Kitchen sink.
The rubber hand doesn't like...
He's got little hands that come out to fix things.
Little graspy thing.
All the astromech droids have little tools that come out to
Yeah.
do things.
Well, that's not good. Really?
It's a lot of advantages.
So I have 5 advantages and 2 failures.
So are we sure we don't want A1 doing some of this?
So So
do you ask?
okay, you told me it was the mechanicals. So I got on there. I'm fiddling around, and I climb back out. About a half hour later, I go, "Oh, there you go. You should be all set." Do you climb in?
Yeah, I kind of...
The mechanicals don't work at all, so the seat doesn't move because she didn't look at those. But you now have a full comms panel, and you're upgraded. So the next shot you got is like dead on, and you get +2 blue dice.
Yeah.
Figures
Still can't
files.
turn the turret.
Nope. No. I'll shoot. As long as they're ahead of us.
Well, no, you
Dead
Karrell
nuts
didn't.
to
Karrell
right.
didn't notice that. She
Oh,
was
right.
looking at the displays and the software, and
Oh, look. I can make calls.
Does it turn?
Right.
there's a problem with the motor system.
Nope.
Why didn't you tell me there was a problem with the motor system?
I thought it was...
The motor system is mechanical. I thought that's what.
The whole ship is mechanical except for the software bits. Get out of there. Let me take a look at it again.
Okay. I climb back out.
Nope.
Yeah, something is definitely fried. We're going to need a new drive impeller for that. We're going to need that in dry dock, though. We don't have any spare parts.
Well, that's super useful.
Let's hope nothing else happens on the way to the.
Don't...
Let's hope the
We're
rest of
still
this
in
trip is
hyperspace.
uneventful.
I mean, we do have one spare one in an emergency, but
I could.
100% sure that 2 of the 4 beings on this ship would not like it. Maybe 3. Karrell gives kind of a sidelong glance, like kind of eyes shifting towards A1, but not really saying anything.
I can fix it.
Ho, ho, ho. It looks like we have ourselves a battle of the engineers.
Go ahead.
I like the way you
Okay.
think, Kaio.
A1 goes down.
I pull
Would you like a hand?
I pull out a cigar and lean
got
back
it.
in the pilot's chair just to watch this go down.
I definitely join him as well.
You aren't
With a
going to see anything from, 30 feet away.
No, I'm just going to lean against the wall right next to my gunnery pod.
Oh, triumph. So A1 comes back a little while later.
He cobbles.
Like 10 minutes later, he's got some parts that he's dragging behind him, and he climbs down there and he fixes it.
I go back to my gunnery pod and find that now mine doesn't turn.
Oh, nope. Oh,
No?
Yours works just fine. He went down the hallway where your rooms are.
Does the door not shut anymore?
All 3 of them don't shut anymore. He took the parts off the doors, which moves to fix the gunnery valve. You can force them shut and open, but it's now manual.
So he comes back and fixes it.
But he took parts off the doors.
We don't know that.
We don't know
Oh,
that
yeah,
yet.
you don't know.
But Karrell's going to know when she goes and huffs off and tries to slam a door. But she will, and then we're going to be all really confused when she can.
I've never seen anybody slam a door in Star Wars.
She has 3 times today.
Just help the mechanics along.
Exactly.
Okay, so the turret starts moving.
Yep, look, it's moving. Look at me.
Good job, A1.
Thank you.
Good job, A1.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm trying to do the same voice, but it doesn't work. Oh, well.
Good attempt, Karrell.
A1 slowly backs up.
I'm sure you laid the groundwork for A1's
Karrell
success.
just turns and walks back away.
Still,
And then way down the hall. Grabbing little fucking turret.
Much anger in her, I sense. I don't like where this is going.
It's not going at all.
No, it's not going at all. Leave
No,
her be.
This is...
Let her cool down.
No, I know. Although we really do need to figure out what she... I mean, I assume she's got forced
We don't need
things.
to figure anything out. She needs to tell us when she's ready.
All right. I'm just saying, we're going to be going back to Crazy
I saw
Lady.
the jump. You saw the jump. She knows we saw the jump. It's up to her to trust us enough to tell us.
All right. All right.
In the meantime, we need to figure out what A1's duties are going to be on the ship. A1, what do you like to do other than engineering things? Because that's kind of Karrell's. I know you like to tinker. I know you like to improve.
Yeah, I like to build things.
So your job will be to make improvements on the ship.
Okay.
Please pass them by Karrell before you institute the improvements.
Okay.
That will help maybe bridge some of the toughness between the two of you. She's kind of possessive when it comes to the work that she does. You've seen that.
Yep.
And try not to prank her. If you can help it, please. I know you can help it. Don't prank her.
Okay. I won't prank her.
Okay.
And me, if you don't mind.
Okay. I won't prank her.
See if I ever stick up for you ever again. It's too late now.
I didn't make him fall in your gunnery bay. Technically, gravity did.
Ho, ho, ho.
And let's be clear, A1 did not leave the gunnery pod door open again.
Yeah.
It is right outside the door to the cockpit.
Yeah.
Okay, it just keeps
A1,
twisting
you're
towards
you're not really helping.
A1 every time.
Sorry.
I know you're new to this whole freedom thing and choice thing, but start making better choices.
I open up the gunnery cockpit, I get inside and I shut it and I lock it.
As you start to get in there, A1 rolls over and puts his head against you like he did when he wanted to hug you.
I pat him on the head and I
Wait,
climb
whoa,
inside
whoa,
the
whoa,
pod.
whoa. What's that?
He's like my kid,
There is a resemblance.
right? I'm gonna get in my pod now.
Okay.
I get in the pod and I shut it.
All right. Seal that, would you?
A1 pops his
A1.
fusion gun.
A1 pops the fusion gun.
Just following orders.
So, A1, what do you want to do?
I don't know. Just build things.
Do your best to contribute. Of course, as a member of the crew, you'll be expected to. And try not to antagonize Karrell. That's my number one.
I get to shop.
You want to shop?
No, that's what KO said. That's my job.
Oh, you get to shop. Mm-hmm. Do you want to shop?
Sure.
Okay. Then you're in charge of stores and supplies for the ship.
Okay.
Requisitions as well. Whenever we hit Stardock, make sure we're stocked back up.
Okay.
Check with KO if he needs anything for the kitchens and supplies, if he needs anything special ordered.
Okay.
And if you could watch the cockpit, I'm going to have a word with Karrell.
Okay. You little blip on your new communication thing. Just says, what would you like us to what would you like me to shop for on Rusan?
I don't think we need anything as far as the kitchen's concerned. But I could use well, I've been thinking about being able to do surgery on the pod, but I gotta still run that by Tazi and Karrell.
Oh.
So maybe get some bits and pieces for a surgical kit.
Tazi walks down the hall and goes around the corner to
Your door is standing wide open.
Yeah, I notice as I turn into the hallway that there's a smattering of parts on the floor near each door frame.
Yep.
And as I walk by, just a cursory examination would show that the doors have indeed the panels have been pulled and the doors are jammed open.
Yep.
But Karrell's is
Shut.
suspiciously shut hard.
Correct. I forget
The
which one is
parts-
your.
She's got the big
Oh,
private
you got
cabin.
the room with just the one bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tazi pretty much sleeps in the cockpit, so
And nobody sleeps in the other bedroom.
no. So I guess A1 has his own room.
What other bedroom?
There's two
rooms.
There's two rooms. You sleep in the gunnery bay. He sleeps in the cockpit. She sleeps in the big room. So there's a whole room.
I mean, I sleep in there sometimes, but
Oh.
not like I'm more
I
regularly.
I would say like our clothes and gear are in there,
Yeah.
but neither one of us really sleeps in there. It's like a storage room.
Kinda.
That's fine.
I paid some money for this chair. It's relatively comfortable.
Okay. You gonna go knock on Karrell's door?
Yeah, Tazi raps lightly on the door.
Okay. It doesn't fall in.
What?
Are you going to come out of there anytime soon? You know these are your private quarters, but it doesn't help to run here every time you get angry.
What's our ETA to Rusan?
2 hours.
Then about 2 hours from now. Unless you guys have broken something else that needs fixing. Oh, wait.
We have given A1 his tasks on the ship. Any repairs or improvements he would like to make, he is to pass by you as the chief engineer. And he'll be in charge of restocking the ship. Those are his duties. And if there's anything else you would like him to do, that is up to you. Now, if you're done having tantrums because someone did something better than you, I'll be out in the common area if you'd like to talk. And I turn around and walk away.
As Tazi's footsteps fall away from the door, Karrell then takes out her lightsaber again she was looking at before and just flips it over in her hands occasionally, just staring at it. I wish I knew what they wanted from me. I just want to be left alone. And now all this weird shit with the Force is coming up. I never could move stuff. What? Ugh. They need like a Jedi Academy for people who can't go to the Jedi Academy. Like some sort of Jedi Online. I don't know. But no. Instead, I have crazy Wookiee Poodoo Eye lady who wants to help finish my training. Ugh. When did the galaxy get so frelling complicated?
Perhaps you are not just paying attention.
Karrell's eyes like jolt open, and she looks around her room, and against one of the bulkheads is a very familiar figure. A very translucent, familiar-looking figure of her previous master. She stares blankly for a very long minute. And now I'm going mad.
No, that I don't think you are.
Master Dane, how did you get on the ship? Karrell's kind of leaning left and right, looking at it. And why are you...
Glowy?
Glowy.
We are here to talk about you.
Okay, well, I know you are who you say you are. That's what you always said.
Yes. You are troubled.
That's putting it mildly. I don't know where I belong. And I can't find a point of balance. It's like I'm just spinning.
Have you meditated?
Well, in between the boys breaking things every 23.5 minutes. I tried. But trying isn't doing. Yes, I know.
Very good.
Master, why are you here now?
You are very disturbed right now.
And you can feel that from where you are?
Yes.
I'm sorry. It's why I left. It's why I keep leaving.
You have almost found a path you want to walk. Almost. But as I have told you, young one, you still need to seek inside yourself first.
You do know that was always incredibly unhelpful when you used to say that.
Yes, it was not very helpful when my master said that either. I agree. Until you manage it.
And you think I can?
Yes.
Karrell looks like she's going to say something, and she stops and just nods. I will try. I will do. Can I still strangle them a little bit?
There is no emotion. There is
peace. There is no ignorance. There is knowledge. There is no passion. There is serenity. There is no death. There is the Force.
A Redemption Podcast is played using the Star Wars role-playing system by Fantasy Flight Games and Lucas Books. Please interact with us on social media, Facebook and Twitter @RedemptionPod, Instagram @RedemptionPodcast. Visit our website, redemptionpodcast.com, please leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or whatever other podcatcher you use. This will help people find us. And if you like us, please consider using Patreon. Our Patreon is patreon.com/redemption. Until next time.